Hey everyone, I invite you to sit here with me for a couple of minutes to think about whether you could sit with yourself for an hour doing absolutely nothing. When I first got into meditation, it was such a game changer for me. It just really changed my whole way of being in the world in exciting ways that I would have never thought possible. So for this 30-day challenge, I decided to really up my meditation game and sit for an hour a day for 30 days. And if that sounds long to you, well, it was long. It felt really long to me. An hour all at once was almost unbearable. And so I would tend to break it up into two sessions, like a 30-minute early in the day and a 30-minute near the end. And the 30-minute early, it wasn't bad at all. I was starting my day. I'm a slow person when it comes to getting to things. So starting out my day with some emptiness it's really nice. But that second 30-minute challenge, it would feel longer and it was easier for things to get in the way. Oh, I've been really social today and now it's almost bedtime and I've still got to try to sneak in 30 more minutes or what have you. So it was a little bit tricky to do it. There were a couple days that I fell short. Maybe I only got in 45 minutes of meditation or something, but I always made up for it on other days and would then meditate for more than an hour. So that's one thing I learned doing this challenge, that you can be flexible with the parameters rather than being like, oh, I failed. You can find a new way to still win because, you're the one that's defining the parameters to begin with. So I averaged an hour a day and I'm calling that a win. But also, making meditation something you can win or lose at seems a little bit problematic, and making it extrinsic also seems problematic. So along the way, again, this is not one that I ended up sticking with. I came to realize that there's lots of ways to be mindful. A better challenge might have been to do, 20 minutes of Qigong or Tai Chi, 20 minutes of meditation, and maybe 20 minutes of yoga, and call that an hour of mindfulness. And that would be a lot easier than maybe just sitting for an hour. But even then, again, you can meditate, you can do yoga in a mindful way or in a not mindful way. So if the goal is mindfulness, I think it's dangerous to reduce it to an activity. So I find that now in my life, it's a lot more just being present with whatever I'm doing. If it's washing the dishes, then just be present with the dishes, single tasking, focusing on sensations, not getting distracted, doing the same thing with going for a walk or what have you. And to me, that's much more rewarding and satisfying than this kind of rigid, I'm going to sit for an hour a day and I'm really good at spirituality because look at me do nothing. And again, it can be interesting. And so if you want to try it, by all means, go for it. But I'm going to give this challenge about maybe a 3 out of 10. I just think that sitting for an hour a day, every day, is not necessarily that helpful. If you've never spent any quality time alone with yourself, then it might be really great to bring that into your world. But I invite you to do it in a way that's a little bit less rigid than this was. It was still interesting. I still learned stuff about myself along the way. I think I definitely learned that one 60-minute meditation is not 6 times more beneficial than a 10-minute meditation. There seem to be some diminishing returns there, and just stopping and breathing for a moment when you need to is maybe better than feeling like you got to cram it all in. But that's just me. Of course, this is going to be different for every person. I would also often put some quiet, calm music in the background. Some people might say that was cheating, but how can you cheat when it comes to your own journey, right? And that was really cool and helpful. I found that music for me is now, I'm classically conditioned to be calm when I hear that music because it's associated with those calm states of mind for me. So that was a cool way that I retrained my brain a little bit to just instantly relax when I hear certain songs. So maybe you can do some of that in your own mindfulness practice as well. But again, find what works for you. If that's meditating an hour a day like I did, all the power to you. But like I said, I'm definitely not still sticking with that one. Still, it was a fun journey. I appreciate you tuning in as I shared it with you. I invite you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you back here in the next one.